Hey, my dear boys and girls, welcome back again to your favorite astrology channel, and which is JupiVen Astrology. So, guys, from last couple of days, or I can say more than that, I was not feeling well, and finally, again, I am now feeling well. Now, in fact, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling like I am just flying in the sky. So I hope you guys are also doing great. So it's really such a kind of time you must have to just let it pass through. So just take care of yourself, guys. So in this video, we're gonna talk about Navamsa chart. This video, guys, we're gonna talk about Navamsa chart. Yeah, from last a lot of videos you have guys has commented like talk about Navamsa chart, married life, Navamsa chart. So in this video, we're gonna talk like we start this series of Navamsa, and in the middle, like sometime we also create videos of the Navamsa. So it is the first video. So in this video, we discuss a lot of things, and like I can say the some information like the different houses of Navamsa. According to that, what you can see in your married life, or like something if you can see about your spouse. Okay, so we will discuss like the different houses of Navamsa, like first house represent this, second house represent this, third house represent this, and so on, like fourth house, ninth house, up to the 12th house. Okay, so we discuss all the houses and like the some important thing Navamsa. Now, guys, I would like to tell you before you move forward, you can directly take consultation from us. We have created a website now. It's so simple. You can go there, link in description and the comment section below. You can just click there, and just click of a button, you can just simply purchase directly consultation from us as the instruction are given on the website, and then we will just help you out in the consultation. Okay, guys, so for that, links are in comment section and description. You can purchase consultation also. Now, guys, before wasting any more time, let's get started. Now, guys, if you are a male, you can watch this video for your wife. If you are a female, before moving forward, I would like to tell you something. See, people see Navamsa as a different thing, right? Navamsa can be seen as like your married life direction, or like spouse interest, and a lot of things. Also in Navamsa, you can see like according to Navamsa, you can also see like some people say that after like marriage, or like after 36 years, Navamsa get also activated. So like there's a lot of things, but there is like this is this huge like belief that astrologer has, Vedic astrologer, that after 36 years of age, Navamsa takes over. Like you will see the results of your life as per like Navamsa, and like after marriage, somehow something related to Navamsa can also be activated. Also, some like we see Navamsa for different purposes, and one of the purposes also is that, let's say for example, in your D1 chart, your seventh lord is like screwed. It's like in bad position, or it's like worst position. It's like getting worst aspects, or like something is bad is going on. Then like to see, it's like the surgery of your D1 chart. Okay, it's the surgery of your D1 chart, and then they just cut out and finally found in the D9 chart that how that planet is placed. How is your seventh house? How is your seventh house lord of your D1 chart is placed in the Navamsa? So they see all these things to see that if that is showing from the surface level that like there may be problem, does that problem exist in Navamsa also, in D9 chart also, or it only showing in D1 chart? If it's only showing in D1 chart, then it's not a problematic. But the problem occur when the problematic situations or placement are showing in both D1 and D9 chart. Then it's like a thing we need to just worried a little bit. So we can see a lot of things in Navamsa, but in today's video we will discuss the different houses of Navamsa, what they represent. Okay, I will try to give you some basic things that you can just understand by seeing your Navamsa different houses. Okay, then you're gonna have to use your brain obviously to analyze and do all these kind of things. So guys, let's get started. So basically, see, the first house of Navamsa is like it discuss the overall health and the longevity of the marriage or spouse, like how your married life will be, how's the longevity of your marriage will be, and overall the kind of health that you have like the in married life, that is being represented by the first house of your Navamsa chart or D9 chart. Then there is second house of Navamsa or D9 chart. It represents the wealth, inheritance through marriage. Like for some people, they get married and they get married to some person through which they get lots of money, or maybe like after marriage they get like wealth and somehow they get good job or like business. All these kind of things can also be seen. Like The accumulated wealth, generally they say accumulated wealth through marriage, that you get the gifts that you get in marriage, all these kind of things can be seen from the second house of Navamsa chart. It also represent your own family after marriage, like you and your spouse and your children. All these things can also be represented by second house, because in D1 chart second house is the house of family. In Navamsa chart second house is the house of you, your wife and your kids. That's like your own family. Okay, now let's move on to our third house. In third house of Navamsa or D9 chart represent the efforts it take to survive and sustain your marriage, right? Because see, no matter how good your married life will be, no matter how bad your married life will be, in every married life, even if you have the best placement, you have to consider one thing practical, that you will have little bit of problems, you will well have some fight, some argument, because it's like a human kind of a behavior. It's like a natural, right? So how you deal with these things, how you put your effort to survive and to sustain your marriage and relationship. So relationship with the father-in-law can also be seen sometime with the third house of Navamsa chart. Okay, all these things can be seen. Now we move on to our fourth house of Navamsa or D9 chart. See, comforts and happiness that you get from marriage is seen from the fourth house. I am repeating again, comfort and the happiness that you get from the marriage is seen from the fourth house of D9 chart or Navamsa chart. So if you would like to see the how much happiness I will get from the marriage, you must have to pay attention to your fourth house of Navamsa chart. The profession of your spouse can also be seen, but for that there's a lot of things. Okay, if you are a man, then whether your wife would be a housewife or working professional, like all these kind of things, like whether she will be a housewife or she will work, and all these things you will get some indication about that by seeing a lot of things we need to see like the seventh house lord, and like the reversal of D1 7, and then like seventh lord in D9, and then 10 places away. I will create more video about spouse profession in the future. Okay, so it's like again same goes for women. It can also show a little bit like your spouse profession, but normally fourth house represent the happiness that you get from the marriage. Okay, that's the most important thing. Then the fifth house of D9 or Navamsa chart, it represent romance in the marriage. Okay, the kind of a romance and the bond that you have with your partner. Okay, it's the romance, the fun of your, like the fun activity that you guys do together, the fun part, creative part, enjoyment part, entertainment part, like you guys go to watch movies, or whether you guys love to do skydiving, paragliding, or like these other kind of sports, or like you guys just sit in the home and do some like maybe listen song or do dance. All these kind of things can be seen from the fifth house. Okay, love, romance and the fun activity. Then we go for the sixth house of Navamsa chart, D9 chart. Sixth house of Navamsa or D9 chart represent depths. Okay, native or you accumulate through marriage, or like some kind of like these things, or like we can also say the day-to-day routine and lot of things. See, there is lot of like plus and minus thing, but I do not like to speak about the whole bullshit thing. I like to speak something. Yes, there may be indication of some depths, but depths can also be positive way. Let's say for an example, you take a loan, right? So to purchase a house after marriage, and then by doing your job you can just pay back that loan, and then the house is yours. So it's like a positive debt, right? You must not have to scared by saying, oh, it's like a depth in my chart. Come on guys, it's like in today's world you must not have to scare by just saying anything. There can be some bad things, but for that, like obviously consultation etc is required, but generally these things can represent. Then we go for the seventh house of Navamsa chart or D9 chart. It represent your spouse nature, your spouse characteristics in general. Then your spouse, like its lord placement is like spouse like interest, personality, character, and all these kind of things are represented by the uh, you know seventh house of your Navamsa. Then we go for the eighth house of Navamsa or D9 chart. Eighth house deal with longevity of marriage, like the kind of longevity that you have marriage, how much, like whether your marriage will survive for the 2 year or it will be survived till the end of your life, right? So all these kind of things can be seen from the eighth house. Okay, joint assets you build, accumulated wealth with the spouse, like the money that you get with the marriage, joint bank account, like the spouse in-laws, the money that you get from the in-laws, all these kind of things can also be seen from the eighth house of Navamsa chart. Then there is ninth house of D9 chart or Navamsa chart. Ninth house is like if you're married will lead to your spiritual path, and also like the luck that you get after getting married, like how much lucky you will be, like as per the ninth house, ninth lord and all these kind of placement, you will see that whether after getting married your luck will increase, or it's like, you know, all these kind of, then it's like a little bit of traveling and spirituality can also be seen by uh, seeing the ninth house, okay, of Navamsa chart. Then there is a 10th house of Navamsa chart. 10th house of Navamsa chart represent the public image of the marriage, or like the marital status that you guys have in the eyes of public. Like for example, there are some couple, you know, see, they you know, people see them as like, my god, like, look at this couple, they are so fantastic, they're amazing, and they are this and they are that. uh, and there are other couples that people see them, they are like, every time they're really bad couple, they are not good, like they are, you know. So all these kind of, like the projection that you have in terms of a couple can be seen from the 10th house of Navamsa. And then there is the 11th house of Navamsa or D9 chart. It shows the hopes, wishes, desires of you and your spouse, like how many desires you know, can met through your husband and wife, like all these kind of things can be seen. uh this house show like the desires, the gain that you guys have together in your married life, all these kind of thing. Then finally there's the 12th house of Navamsa. 12th house of Navamsa or D9 chart indicate the bed pleasure, the sexual pleasure, the kind of sex that you guys have, right, in the sexual life and all these kind of things in your marriage life. Also it represents the traveling to the foreign country, right? For example, let's say the first lord of your Navamsa chart is in the 12th house, so people say, oh, it's bad, it's like this, my god, they are bullshit, right? It can be a little bit bad, but it's like it also represent that you guys may travel to foreign lands. Okay, if first lord of your Navamsa can be in 12th house, it represents that maybe once in a year at least you will travel, or like more than that, maybe once in a 6 month or once in like year, you will definitely travel to the foreign land after marriage. Like it's your marriage direction will be this, you will marriage survive on traveling to foreign land, you guys will travel to foreign lands if first lord of Navamsa is in 12th house. Okay, although it represent a lot, but it's like one of those things. The donation etc kind of thing, the spiritual life after marriage, maybe you guys also join some spiritual organization together after getting married, foreign travel, bed places, all these kind of things are represented by the 12th house of Navamsa. Okay guys, so basically these are the like some normal thing that you must have to see, like what are the different houses of Navamsa represent. I would like to create a start this series, and now see, we see a lot of things. Sometime you have Vargottama Navamsa ascendant. Let's say for example you are a Gemini ascendant, or like you are a Taurus ascendant, or like any ascendant. Let's say in D1 chart you are a Gemini ascendant, and then in D9 chart you also are Gemini D9 ascendant. It show what? It show that you have Vargottama ascendant. Now astrology also say that if you have like the ascendant of D1 and D9 same, like whether can be, you can be any ascendant, you can be Taurus ascendant in D1 and then Taurus ascendant in D9. So it shows that it means Vargottama ascendant. It shows that the kind of spouse you want, although other placement etc is also required, but the kind of spouse you want, you will get exactly the same person, because you have ascendants of both D1 and D9 as same. It's called to be as Vargottama ascendant, right? So it shows that is you are lucky in terms of getting the partner that you want, like the desired partner you will get. Then there is like a planet Vargottama. Let's say for an example you have a Venus placed in the Taurus sign in D9, and then it is again placed in the same sign in the D1. So it shows that you will have Vargottama Venus, like the Vargottama, any planet can be Vargottama if it's sitting in the same sign in the D1 and D9. Okay guys, so that again tell that that planet is powerful and giving you some good fruits etc. So depending upon a lot of things, we see a lot of things like the parivartana, exaltation and all these kind of things. So these are these things are like the, you know, important for seeing your Navamsa, right? And then there's lot of things that you can see. So this is the first video that I would like to create about your Navamsa chart, that you can see generally like the different houses of Navamsa. Hope you guys enjoy this video. We will create more videos like this in the future, and if you want consultation, go to the link in the description below, book your consultation, and I'm damn sure that you will like it. So guys, I will catch you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.